Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you're considering making sure that you are prepared for blackouts this winter. It doesn't really matter whether it was a storm, whether it was a coordinated T event, as we've all talked about. It doesn't matter whether it was a cyber attack or for whatever reason the grid failed. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you don't have electricity. Well, winter is here in Fairbanks, Alaska, and no matter where you live, winter is coming. Even if you live in a place where it's warm all year long, imagine living without electricity. Now, in the past, I've always said that there's a number one thing that I would recommend anyone to have for a power outage, and that's the one thing that I'm going to get. I'm going to go ahead and take you along. I'm going to take Lulu with us as well. I'm going to travel over to Lowe's and see if they even have them in stock. But first, Lulu just tipped my tripod a little bit, asking me if I can go out there and play with her for a bit. I try to take Lulu outside and give her a good workout, at a minimum once or twice a day. She really loves chasing that ball around, but at the same time, I try to fit in a little bit of obedience training. And I've been working on getting her to stay and come to me by only using visual signals. And she seems to be doing really well, but it's taken me a whole lot of treats to get to this point. But she's finally getting the hang of it. Check this out. Well, while we're on our way to get Lulu a couple of treats, Lulu decided that the back seat is not for her. Here we go. Actually, I'm gonna come over here and purchase one of these generators. The one I was looking at, it said you guys have, oh, they're up there. The 2200, the Honda. Yeah, it said that you guys had a few in stock. I see one right there. 2500. Here, just a second here. I'll show it to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously I'm going to get a gas-powered generator. Now, I took a look at several before I made my choice. And I looked at one that was an inverter generator, just like the Honda is. And it was dual fuel. However, when I looked at the ratings, they were terrible. So many people have problems with those. And it was the least expensive one. It was like $600. And the Honda that I'm getting now is like just over $1,000, but you all know the reputation that Honda has as far as longevity and reliability. And what I've always stated is that you should always get the very best that you can afford. If you can only afford a $300 or $400 generator, get it as long as you have it. And if you don't want to get a new one, get on Facebook Marketplace, or get on Craigslist. They're all over the place. Oh yeah. Well, hopefully this will qualify for my military ID. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Now, I'm going to be doing a video later on, probably in the next few weeks, and I'm going to show you how much gas this goes through in order to keep, the essentials of a household running during a power outage. But I just wanted to show you that if you have a Lowe's or a Home Depot nearby, if the price somewhere else is less than what it is here at Lowe's, they'll do a price match. So this was $1,249 here at Lowe's, but Home Depot has it for $1,000 $99, and they were gracious enough to give us the price match. However, when they do the price match here, they don't give you a military discount. I tried, trust me. However, I do prefer doing my shopping for these types of things at Lowe's. I've always had a better experience. Nothing against Home Depot. I have to say that. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. And not bad. It comes with a 3-year warranty. I also got some Stable, because even though the gasoline up here doesn't have ethanol in it, I always like to put some Stable in it just so that it can keep the carburetor parts nice and clean. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, for 100 and almost 15,000 miles, this car has been doing pretty good. I'm not sure if you all watched the video that I put out about me driving Lyft here in Fairbanks, Alaska, and how much you can make and all that. But in the last year, since not this August, but since last August, towards the end of August, is when I started driving Lyft. And I put in about 13 months, roughly, actually 13 months tomorrow, it'll be since I got this car. So in 13 months, I put on roughly 60,000 miles on it. Okay, enough playing. Let's open up this generator. Turn it on, that way it'll vent while it's running, and then when it's done running, you let it cool down, and then you turn it back off so that the fumes won't vent. This is pretty nice because it's got your spark plug right here, so it's really easy to actually put an hour meter on, because the hour meter, you just take the wire and wrap it around the spark plug wire. So we'll probably get an hour meter for this. So it's nice that it's that easy to put on and take off. Here's your muffler. Your choke. It's nice that this is nice and big, really easy to take off. And I just noticed that this doesn't come with oil. But it says no oil in engine, so you got to make sure that you oil it up. You put oil in it before you start it. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what it looks like inside. It's your air filter right here. And this is where your oil goes. I'll end up getting a magnetic oil cap for this right here, but obviously it didn't even come with a funnel. I remember the last one I bought a few years back, and it came with a little funnel and everything really that you needed, even with oil. But I guess times are tough. I also want to show you something that I looked at Costco with you all with my last payday prep, but I ended up getting it from Amazon because it was on a super sale. So let's take it out of the box and check and see what it comes with and see how it works. Since there's no forced air heating in this apartment or in the house, it's going to be nice to have this air filter because it's going to be able to circulate the air around a little bit. This sticker reminds you to take the air filter out before you start the machine, because right now it's encased in plastic. And I really like how easy it is to change out this air filter. Now, these machines are advertised as like never ever needing an air filter. However, the way I see it is that if they sell replacement air filters for these, it must be because eventually you're going to need to change out the air filter. So I went ahead and got a couple of extra air filters just to have on standby, even though it may be years before I need one. In addition to getting 2 extra filters, I got these fragrance tabs that come in different scents that you insert into the unit, but it already comes with one when you buy the unit itself. And this is how you actually take out the old fragrance tab and then put in the new one. Obviously, this is not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. It's an air filter, but you can see that it comes with 2 pre-filters, one on each side, And I really like the compactness of this little air filter. I'm going to leave it right here next to my desk where I edit my videos from. That way it'll keep dust off my computer and such. And everything is pretty much touch. So to turn it on, you just touch the on button. And it's got 4 speeds, which is depicted by 1 bar per speed. It's got a lock on it that you can actually lock it. That way when Michael comes over, he can't be pushing buttons around. And it also has an auto and it has a manual, meaning that if you just want to put it on auto, the machine actually identifies whether the air needs extra cleaning or not. So if you put it on auto, it's just going to run as it feels it should with the cleanliness of the air passing through it. Pretty neat little machine. I really like that when you have it on full here, it's not really that loud. But I also like that when you have it running, you can feel the air kind of like moving a little bit around you. So you know that the air is circulating and that it's picking up whatever dust there may be in the air. And here you can see where it says 0. It's the hours that you want to set it for. You can set this to go on for so many hours a day, and then it'll turn on for so many hours a day as well. Or you can just set it on auto, where it will just run all the time whenever it feels that it needs to clean the air. And as you can see right there where it says 100%, it's pretty much saying that your air is super clean at that point in time. I can tell you through experience already that when I cook something or fry something on my stove, it actually identifies that the air is not clean, and it'll show you a percentage going downward, showing you how dirty the air is. And after a few minutes of not cooking anymore, it goes back up to 100%.